What's up, homies? Welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year. I hope you guys are excited about all that 2022 has to offer. I know I am. It's going to be quite the year for me as I finish up my time at KENZ. I study abroad, I take my summer internship in California, and I graduate from college. It's definitely going to be a turning of age. I am very excited, and truly the only thing that keeps me sane as I balance school, work, blogging, and my social life is my planner. So today I'm going to be kind of walking you guys through my new planner. I get a lot of requests for planner videos, and then they don't really do that well, but I know those of you who do watch them really appreciate them, so I figured I would kind of walk you guys through my new setup and just kind of goal set with you guys. It is January 1st as I'm filming this, so I kind of just want to sit down and brain dump it out, just kind of write down everything that I hope to achieve this year and kind of do a little bit of manifesting as well as planning. So that's what we're gonna do today. If you guys are new, make sure to hit the subscribe button and stick around. I share weekly planner spreads every week in my college week in my life, so that's where you guys can get you know, another side of my planner. So this is the kind of planner that I use. It is from the brand Create 365, and they are the Happy Planners. This is my 5th year using one. I used a Lilly Pulitzer planner before this, and then when I was in high school I switched over to the Happy Planner. I love it so much, I've never switched back. They have 3 different sizes, and I use the size big/large, which is about the size of 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. So it's like a normal size paper. Like I said, they do have 3 different sizes. They have like a mini one, and then they have a medium size. I used the medium size for like 6 months and I hated it, and I went right back to the big. I know it's a large piece of paper, but I have a lot of big ideas and I have a lot to keep track of, so I find that this size works really well for me. So when you open up a Happy Planner, I'm not sure if this is a patent idea or not. If not, it should be, but if you look at these rings and you see this paper, what I love about the Happy Planner is you can actually take the pages in and out. It has this kind of like perforation right here that you can just move the pages wherever you want without like ripping or tearing a page out. I personally love this feature, and I use a lot of their add-ons as well. They sell large sheets of paper with just lines on them. They sell grid paper as well, and so I like to keep large sheets of lined paper at the beginning of my planner, and like I said, you can just go and insert those pages wherever you want, which of course is super helpful and nice. I can kind of move around my thoughts as the year progresses. And then I also use these papers as well. They say this week's goals, and I actually use these every single day. They just have a bunch of lines, and then they open up. You have grid paper here and then more lines on the back. So what I will do is like put my Monday to-do list here, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'll fill up the piece of paper, and again, you can just remove these and add them anywhere you want in the planner. So for me, they're obviously not as aesthetically pleasing. This is usually where I just brain dump anything and everything that I have to achieve that day. So when it's all crossed off and like yucky looking, I'll just rip it out and I will toss it somewhere else. Okay, so as you can see when you open up the planner, I have the horizontal spread. The Happy Planner has a few different styles. They have vertical, horizontal, and then they have this like weird block style. I love the horizontal. I've kept a planner since my freshman year of high school, so this is my 7th or 8th year using one, and every planner I've ever had has this horizontal style where it's just tons of lines, just a lot of space. For me, this is what works best, and in high school I originally liked it because I could have a line for each subject. Nowadays I just like it because I'm used to it. The only bummer is that the Happy Planner does not make very many size big horizontals, so basically whatever is in stock is the style I end up getting. So for that reason, my cover has polka dots on it, and it actually had this silver striped like ugly heart on the front. I literally just took the cover off and put it on the other way so that I could have polka dots instead of that ugly heart, and for me it works. You've got a pocket along the front. I can put receipts, things like that in here, and then as you open it up it says this Happy Planner belongs to. So as you move in, this is what the monthly spreads look like. It says currently this month. I love that they do this every single month. You can write what you're reading, planning, watching, cooking, eating, and I just like to fill this out at the end of the month to just kind of, I don't know, remember what I was up to that month. And then when you flip open, this is what I call a monthly spread. So this is your typical calendar. You've got, you know, the month at a glance. And then this is what I call a weekly spread. So this is the horizontal version, like I said. And the months just keep going through. So because the options were so limited this year, I actually just bought a blank 12-month planner. And it came with these little stickers. And I just had to hand sticker all 365 days. So this was not intended to be a 2022 planner. It was just like a blank start. You could start whenever you wanted. But of course, I started on January 1st and I'm just flipping through April, May. We've got June, July, and it just keeps going through. Of course, there are 12 blank months. So that's the setup. Hope you guys know that this is meant to be an informal video. Planning is a very personal thing, and when you find a system that works for you, I encourage you to keep it. What works for me may not work for you, but I figured I would just show you guys what works for me to give you a little inspiration. So first thing that I'm going to do to set up my 2022 planner is just stick some of that large lined paper along the front. In the front, I like to write down all of my goals for the year, and I like to kind of track my finances and things like that. I actually ripped the pages out of my 2021 planner, and I have them sitting here so that I can kind of reference them. As for materials, I'm a very basic girl. I love the Bic round stick pens. Like, these are literally the packs that you can get in 100 for like $5. I write everything that is blog or YouTube related in blue, and then everything else, school assignments, flight info, calls, sorority events, anything else in black. I don't know why, I've just always done this. I know some people like to use multiple colors. For me, I've always done it this way, so if it ain't broke, why fix it? I just keep doing that. And then throughout my planner in a few different spots, I will use these Tombow markers. They look like this. They have a fat end on one side that kind of acts like a highlighter, and then they have like a thin fine point on the other side that you can use to write in. I have a few different packs of these, and I use them a lot for headings in my like papers, and I use them a lot in my to-do list to just kind of cross things off. I never use them in the monthly or weekly spreads. I really only use them for my lists and things like that. I'll try to leave them linked down below, but I've gotten a lot of my friends hooked on these. I also use them for my notes as well. So those are the only like utensils that I write with. And then I do have a bunch of different sticker packs. I am obviously at home right now, so I don't have all of my stickers and my washi tape and things like that with me. They're at my school desk. So this plan with me is going to be kind of chill. But I do have tons of different sticker packs from the Happy Planner. I had a few that actually came with this planner set. I love their mom set specifically. It has like things like grocery shopping and doctor's appointments and stickers for all that kind of stuff. And then I really like the holiday packs as well, because I like to make my monthly spreads like kind of, you know, like cater towards whatever's happening that month season-wise. So I love those packs, and I do recommend the size mini just because they're a little bit smaller, so they work really well in the planner. And then my mom also makes me a lot of stickers. She has a silhouette, so any like random stickers that I want, she can print out for me. So she has printed out a bunch of cameras and quizzes, due dates, gym, washing, and like stars, things like that. And so I kind of always have those around as well. Like I said, I don't have all my supplies with me today, so this is going to be kind of chill. Okay, so I wanted to take out my 2021 planner so that you guys could kind of get an idea of what my monthly spreads look like. That was January. This is February. Some months are obviously fuller than others. I keep my goals written along the left-hand side, and then my month is always pretty full. In the summer, as you can see, I don't use my planner as much. Things kind of dwindled down. In June, I didn't really touch it at all. In July, I kind of went back to it, and then once I come back to school, I find myself using it all the time. Some months I go through sticker phases, other months I don't. And I think that the most important thing to remind yourself when planning is that it doesn't have to be like so strict. It doesn't have to be such a schedule. For me, I use my weekly spread a little bit more, and then other months I'll use the monthly spread more. It kind of just depends. But as you can see, I like to use washi tape and just a few stickers, and this just helps me stay on track. It helps me get all my assignments done and just kind of overall be more excited about all that I have going on. So of course, ideal for organization, but I just kind of wanted to give you guys an idea of what previous spreads have looked like. This was my planner last year. It says this is my year. So yeah. Okay, so here we have a blank monthly spread with the exception of this top week, and it's because I forgot I was going to film this video, and so I had filled it out for the week before. But the very first thing that I do at the beginning of the month is I will take my blue pen and I will write down on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday what blog post I want to get up. So every single Sunday I get a weekly wrap up, and I will set a college week in my life vlog live. My YouTube schedule is not super set in stone. I kind of upload whenever I want. I do try to stick to Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday. But other than that, you know, it is what it is. So if it's not permanent, I won't write it down on the monthly spread. The monthly spread is a very permanent version of my schedule for me. So sorority events that I know that are happening, exams that I know are happening, flights, videos that are due for brands, payments that need to be made, things like that I will write down. But things like, oh, I maybe want to hang out with Logan this week, I don't write those down on the monthly spread until I know a plan has been made. So for right now, obviously the school year has not begun. I don't begin classes until the 18th. I don't have too much to write down, but the first thing that I am going to go through and do right now is write down all of those set in stone due dates for brands, videos that I know are going to be uploaded on certain days. Of course, I don't have every blog post for the month planned out, so in that case, I'm just going to kind of leave it blank and figure that out later. And filled everything out in blue. Now I'm gonna go in and write down my flight info. I've got some Airbnb info to write down, when I'm headed back to school, when classes begin. I've got some sorority events, all that other jazz. Okay, so here is a look at that monthly spread. Like I said, Sunday, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays are booked and busy with blog posts and YouTube videos. I've got a lot of different travel info written down with different Airbnbs and flights that I am going to be catching, just because it's going to be a crazy 10 days in Hawaii. I leave on Monday, as you guys know. We're definitely going to be doing things while we're there. I just am not sure what's going on which day, and that's going to be very spontaneous. We're not like planning out to do something at 7 a.m. on a certain day, so my schedule is looking pretty open. And then on the 18th, I am headed back to school, and I don't really have too much else planned for the rest of the semester. So from there, I typically would go and write down my goals for the month along the side where it says notes. This month is a little bit different because at this point, if it were any other month, I would go to my yearly goals and I would check in and see how I was doing, what kind of progress I was making, and I would be like, okay, if I wanted to gain 30,000 subscribers this year, then I would need to gain 2,000 this month, and I would set my goals like that. Because I haven't set my goals for the whole year, we're actually going to flip to the front where I had inserted all of that lined paper, and we're going to goal set. So I'm referencing my 2021 goals for this. Some of them I hit, some of them I didn't, and I'm just going to use those Tombow markers across the top and make a little heading that says 2022 goals. Nothing special, literally just my normal handwriting. And from there, I'm gonna go and goal set. I'm actually gonna do this off camera because not really sure what I want to do yet, you know? I need to do some self-reflecting and thinking, so I'll come back to you guys when that page is done. Let's take a look at my goals. I've got monetary goals under here, which is why I have them covered. But up here, I have all my platforms written down. I like to have a start and an end goal. So for instance, right now, I'm sitting at 61,111 YouTube subscribers, and I would love to hit 100K. My roommates and I, since my freshman year of college, have always joked, #road to 100K in Florence. I will be studying abroad this year. I would love to hit 100K while in Italy. The reality is I'm not really growing at that rate. So a realistic goal is 75K. However, I am keeping this idea in the back of my mind. Love to hit 100K on TikTok. I know that's a very lofty goal. That's over 100% increase, but I feel like TikTok has the potential to blow up like that. Pretty steady growth on Pinterest, and I am hoping to hit 50K on Instagram. Like I said, under here I have my monetary goals. I do keep track of reward style, AdSense, paid deals, and then how much I make as a total. Obviously finances are a big part of what I do as well. This was my first full year of making income of all 6 years that I've worked, so it's been kind of nice to have some actual serious goals this year. All right, moving on. Here is a look at some things I want to accomplish this year, and then some things that I kind of have been thinking about for 2023. I know that's far away, but I will explain this page in depth in a minute. Financial goals on this page. I know that I just talked a little bit about making money, what I want to do with my money, how I want to save it, how I want to invest it, how I want to start retirement planning is on this page. And then over here, I just made a list of all 50 states, and I crossed off all the ones that I've been to. I don't really plan on traveling to a bunch of states this year. I obviously have some trips in the books, in the works right now, but you know, I'm not planning on seeing a bunch of different states, but I would love to visit all 50 states by the time I'm 30. I don't know why 30, just in general in my life, I would like to visit all 50 states, and I kind of wanted to get an idea of how many I'd been to. Figure for me, I think I've been to Rhode Island, but if I don't remember it, if I don't have recollection of it, or it was just for if I didn't spend the night there, I don't want to count it. So for the sake that I don't remember going to Rhode Island, I didn't cross it off. I only have 15 states crossed off, which sounds kind of lame, but I tend to visit the same states a lot. I've been to New York City tons of times. I've been to South Carolina many times, North Carolina many times. But I just wanted to kind of I don't know, get an idea of how many states. When I was younger, I would print out a blank map every year, and as I would visit a new state that year, I would shade it in. I think that's a cool idea too. I just didn't feel like walking to the printer. And then I kind of just want to talk a little bit about the things I want to accomplish. I know this is a planner video, but I kind of wanted to make it a goal setting video as well, just for myself to look back on. So in 2021, I had some pretty big goals. I wanted to release merch. I wanted to start a podcast. I wanted to start a weekly newsletter on my website, and I wanted to kind of rebrand. And I realized that none of this stuff was it's not that I couldn't do it. It's not that I didn't have the means to do it. It's just that I didn't feel like the time was right for any of those things. As I entered my last year of college, I really wanted to appreciate it all and to soak it all in, and to, while yes, it's so important to work hard and work towards your dreams and you know, be proactive, at the same time, there's no use constantly planning for the future if you're not enjoying the future when it finally gets there. And I wished and worked so hard to make it into Kent's fashion program, and I really wanted to take 2021 to really just soak it up. And 2022 is going to be a very pivotal year for me. Like I said, I will finish up my time in Kent this year. I am set to graduate in December with a degree in fashion merchandising, a minor in fashion media. I will move out of my Kent apartment in May, and then in June and July I will be interning in Malibu, California, and then in August I leave for my final semester of college. I will be studying abroad for it in Florence, Italy, August, September, October, November, come home in December, and then I will walk across stage a couple days later. So it's going to be a very pivotal year for me. And while I would love to write those same goals for this year, I would love to start a podcast this year, I'd love to release merch this year, I just know that like this year it's not in the cards, just because I am going to have so much growth in my Mackenzie Morgan life, so many opportunities in my Mackenzie Morgan life, that in my Style by McKenz life, I don't necessarily have as much room to give, which is why my monetary goals and my numbers goals were a little bit lower this year. I'm not expecting as much growth because personally I plan on being a lot busier in my personal life this year. And of course, vlogging and all of it has always been meant to capture what's going on in my personal life, but I don't want to say no to things. I don't want to miss out on opportunities because I plan on documenting it. Does that make sense? As of right now, I do plan on vlogging when I am in Florence. I do plan on vlogging my study abroad experience. I am not sure if those videos will go up in real time. I am not sure if weekly wrap-ups will be able to continue. I'm not sure if I'll be able to accept paid partnerships while I'm there. I don't know. And if I'm being honest, it is so scary to think that everything that I have worked so hard for might not be taken away, but just change. Change is scary enough as it is, let alone change in the volume that I'm about to experience. And I am trying my very hardest to just be in the moment with it and to trust that God is going to make everything fall into place the way that it is supposed to, the way that He always makes it happen. So those are on the horizon goals. Those are 2023 goals. When I do this full time, which as of right now, as of a couple of weeks ago, I have decided that I really do think I want to pursue this full time after college. I'm not closed off to getting a real job. I would love to get a quote unquote real job still. But as of right now, I've realized that everything I'm searching for in a position is right in front of me, is what I'm doing right now. And I have created the dream position for myself, and the only person fit to do it is me. And that's a very special feeling, and I want to at least try. So for that reason, I gotta grind this year. I have to set up a platform. I have to prepare myself for in January when it is, you know, I'm launched into the real world and I'm set, able to move wherever and start my full-time career. I have a good, my feet on the ground. I have a good base to do that with. So for that reason, I'm thinking about hiring an intern this year. I'm not 100% sure about this, but it is something that I've been thinking about. I really wanted to wait until I could pay someone to do it. And I don't feel ready to be a boss, but I don't think that there will ever be a right time. I think you just have to do it and learn together. So I'm maybe thinking about starting that in the summer, maybe thinking about doing a test run so that I could find someone before I go abroad. But the reality is I do think I'm going to need help when I'm abroad. So that is pretty high up on my list of things to think about, accomplish, achieve this year. I would also really love to attend Paris Fashion Week. I have been to 2 New York Fashion Weeks. I love my time there. But while I am studying abroad, I've always dreamed of attending, and I think that I could make that happen. I would love to travel with a company. I have been blessed and so fortunate to have traveled with a few different hotels this past year. And those people put me up for free, but the rest of the trip was on my expense. I was in charge of flights and Ubers and meals and everything else. And I would love, like one of my biggest goals ever. I've been writing this down for years, and I trust that I'm going to manifest it in 2022, that I can travel with a company, that someone will invite me on a brand trip and want me to be a part of it, preferably a clothing company, but of course, you know, who knows. And then my bigger goals, I guess, like things to accomplish are just life things, like I said, like I'm interning, I'm studying abroad, I'm graduating college, guys. It's gonna be a year. I would love to travel to 10 countries. I've never been out of the country, so that might seem a little silly to say. But while I'm abroad, we are going to be doing a lot of weekend travel. So I think 10 countries is kind of a cool goal. And then my last thing I said was to complete 25 flights, which should be a breeze, knowing I'm going to be abroad. Fingers crossed COVID allows that to still happen and things go as planned. But that is my 2022 at a glance. I'm actually not going to weekly spread this week. Just because I am going to Hawaii and I'm not bringing my planner with me. I would love to, but it's just weighs too much and I'm thinking I'm gonna leave it home. But I'm gonna show you guys and walk you through how I weekly spread in an old version in my 2021 planner. So not to fear, let me find a cute week where there was a lot going on to kind of give you the gist. I will do another one of these when the semester starts and just kind of show you like how I get a semester going. So I'm going to use this week as an example. So this was a week in November. I was at school, and as you can see, I always use 2 pieces of washi tape along the side. I just like to do this because I think it's fun and it makes my planner like a little, I don't know, more colorful. So this was a week in November, so I was on my like skeleton pumpkin cake still. As you can see on the first line of Mondays, I write my blog posts, and I always use a cute little sticker. For instance, on Monday this week, I was writing 3 UGG outfit ideas, and then you can see that continue over into Wednesday. I'm not sure why my camera isn't focusing. Then I have that on Friday, and I have that on Sunday. This is in blue pen. Right underneath of that, I write whatever YouTube video is going up that day. This week, I had a vlog going up, I had 2 try-on hauls going up, and a little skincare video. And then if I have any sponsored Instagram posts, which this week I did, as you can see, I had a giveaway going up, I will write that under whatever day as well, and all of that is in blue. Then the rest of my planner is in black. I only have class on Tuesdays and Thursdays, so what I do is I will literally write out each class. So I had professional seminar at 9:15. I didn't have planning and buying in person, so I would write no planning and buying, no product development. And then I will literally right next to it write everything that I was assigned for that week. Just because this workbook was assigned on Tuesday does not mean it was due on Tuesday. But I only complete schoolwork on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I never wait until the last minute to do anything. Like the day it's open is the day I do something. So as you can see, I did my journal, I did my workbook, I took a quiz, I did assignment 4, and I just write, I leave like a line for each subject. And then on Thursday, I had professional seminar class again, but as you can see, there's nothing written next to this time because I had already completed the classwork. And then underneath of my schoolwork, I will write other things that need to be done that day that might be going on. So for instance, on Tuesday, I had nothing else, but on Thursday, I had a date party. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I'm usually doing blog work. So if you like zoom in, you can see that I had to take a cover photo. I had to shoot some outfit photos. I needed to film a video, do some emails. And then on Friday, I had a laser hair appointment. I had a hair appointment, things like that. So it kind of just keeps going on. My weekends are always pretty chill, usually just chapter and like getting blog work done and socializing with friends. If I'm grabbing lunch last minute or headed to a bar crawl, I usually don't have that written down just because when I plan on Sunday nights for the week, I usually, you know, like no one knows what's going on Saturday night, the Sunday before. So weekends are kind of spontaneous. And then down here, I will write things that I want to get done that week, just kind of as a goal. So for me, I needed to reach out to a couple of companies about my anniversary. I had to email about an interview, my Greek study for my sorority. I needed to talk to Jules about something, and then I really wanted to move my body 5 days this week. So I did. When I go to the gym, it's sometimes I write it down, sometimes I don't. It kind of just depends. In November, I was not going to the gym regularly. My goal was just to like get outside and go for a walk. And then for that reason, I'll put it under the goals section. If I knew that I was going to go to the gym at 8 a.m., I would write it in the weekly spread as the very first thing and be like, go to the gym at 8 a.m. That is a wrap for this video. I know it's been very chatty, but I kind of just wanted to give you guys an overview of my planner, what I've been up to, how my year is going to hopefully go. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me on this journey. I really do appreciate it. Today I am celebrating my 6-year anniversary of launching Style by MCKENZ, and it has been the most special, wildest ride, and I'm so grateful to have you guys here for it. I know that 2022 has some awesome things in store. Like I said, a lot of potential business growth, but more importantly, a lot of personal growth, and I'm very excited. Very nervous, but very excited to see what 2022 has in store. So with that being said, make sure to hit that subscribe button, stick around, see how it all pans out, and I will talk to you guys very soon. I will leave the planner, the markers, all that kind of stuff linked down below. And if you want to see more planner style videos, or you want me to talk in depth about something else, like elaborate on something, please let me know and I will add it to the next video. So bye guys.